Welcome to North Kansas City, a massive matchup on deck on Spectrum News as the Oak Park Northmen roll in 21-3, the top-ranked team in Missouri Class 6, taking on North Kansas City, 19-5, looking for a shot at a chance to share that Suburban Red title. I am Tim Spurl. He is the Hall of Famer Michael Watson. This is a massive matchup in Missouri.
Yes, it really is. And these are the games you want to play coming down the stretch. Crosstown rivals at home, a lot on the line. Two magnificent teams, very well coached, and a couple of star players on both sides.
Oak Park led by one of the best players in the city in Corbin Allen.
Yeah, Corbin Allen, you see what he can do. He is a 6'6" point guard, averaging nearly 17 points a game, 8 rebounds and 4 assists, over 1,000 career points on his career. He really is the engine for this Oak Park team.
Another guy that has found his footing in February, Samuel Dada, is a menace.
Oh, man, his upside is through the roof. A walking double-double, 13 double-doubles on the season, and even a triple-double so far. He and Corbin Allen will match up a lot as they both are 6'7", the bigger players on the floor.
This has got plenty of star power. A top 10 battle in Missouri Class 6 on deck, as well as a Suburban Red title on the line between North Kansas City and Oak Park. Tip-off coming up next on Spectrum News. Oh, the calm before the storm from Northtown. This is a massive game in mid-February, closing in on postseason play, and we have got ourselves a top 10 battle in Missouri Class 6. North Kansas City and Oak Park. This place is gonna be rocking, ready to bring out the starters for North Kansas City. Michael, emotions normally in a game like this, tough to keep in check, but both of these teams have played in wild environments all season. They've been tested all year. But this one is going to be a ton of fun.
Definitely is. And you got to understand the rivalry between these two. These players play against and with each other a lot in the summertime. They've already played once this season. And so now North Kansas City being back home, playing in front of their hometown crowd, they really want to get this win. It'll be a signature win for them this season. They've been playing very well, but they still want to beat Oak Park no matter when they play them.
Oak Park dropped North Kansas City earlier this year. A final of 71-60 back at Oak Park. And before we get rolling, we check in with Dion Clisso.
Well, guys, it's definitely one of the best atmospheres here in the Metro, and these are two big-time teams, and it's teams that definitely want to have a run at the state championship, and these are the kind of games that can propel you as districts are right around the corner.
Thank you, Dion. Hey, let's throw on these lights and have ourselves a party. Oak Park in their dark uniforms, going to go left to right here in quarter one. And North Kansas City in their all-whites behind legendary coach Ed Fritz. He has been around the block a time or two.
He definitely has. He's a legend. Back when I was in high school, he was at Center High School, went over to Blue Valley Northwest. We know what he did there, building that same kind of culture here at North Kansas City.
Quite the dynamic, because on the other sideline is first-year head coach, former KU great Sharon Collins. And this guy has only taken Oak Park and turned them into the top-ranked team in the state. What a job he has done in year one.
And they have taken on his personality as well. They play tough-nosed, hard defense. They get up and down, and they play their game. It's going to be a good one.
Ball is up. Here we go, but not without a whistle. And let's try that again, guys.
My man playing Jason.
Right on cue. Hey, name a better in-game DJ / PA announcer.
There should be an award
than Chris Campbell
for best PA in the city, like the Dorina.
Like they rehearsed that. And Camp Tate controls the opening tip for North Kansas City, 19-5, and the 7th-ranked team in Missouri Class 6. Dada threw a double team, threw it away to Corbin Allen. Josh Corey trying to leak, but Tate catches up to it.
We know Oak Park wants to get out, has to do a good job of taking care of the basketball.
Both of these teams can run. Jaden Washington.
Uh-oh, let's go, JJ. No hesitation, knocking it down from the corner.
Strap in, both teams have got stars all over the place. And both teams more than comfortable to get out and sprint to the finish line. On the other side, that three not there. Rebound battled for Corbin Allen, chasing it down. Josh Corey pulling an open three. Another offensive rebound. And finally, Jake Willman pulls in the miss. Oh, Tate, good crossover.
Whoa.
And he'll go to the line. Cam Tate is fun. 5'11", junior, bit undersized, but he averages 12 a game, 5 assists per game. He is the engine for this offense.
Oh, man, that left to right crossover was almost nasty, able to draw the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot, too.
He is a threat to get to the rack anytime he wants to. Long on the first free throw. He struggled in the previous game with Oak Park. He would love to bounce back. 11 points, but 3 for 10 from the field. And he starts 0 for 2 from the line tonight.
Yeah, and they'll stay in your head, especially you're missing free throws. That's usually where you get your rhythm. North Kansas City, they're in a 2-3 zone. But they're extending the zone out, daring Oak Park to beat them from the perimeter. That was a walk out there.
Zeke Brown. Corbin Allen, the tip won't fall. And Dada, a rebound early on for the 6'8" big for North Kansas City. Willman saw his sister go off in the earlier game tonight. And now Bass will probe in the lane. Dada in too deep. Bass got his own miss and a restart for North Kansas City.
Willman can shoot it. We've seen him shoot it from deep as well, but North Kansas City being patient so far in the half court.
Willman got his feet set, but he can't find the range. Allen from the corner, not there, and Oak Park has not knocked down a shot in the opening minutes. So a trap in the backcourt, Corbin Allen ends that streak.
Yeah, you got to be stronger with the ball if you're Washington, no matter what. Turn it over, able to get the score.
Corbin Allen's going to be all over the floor tonight. Last time these two teams played, he matched up with Dada, who travels, crossing over midcourt. But I would imagine Sharon Collins plans to use Corbin Allen on Dada at least in moments throughout the game, but at the same time, he's a guard. He's going to be all over the place tonight.
Absolutely is the biggest player for Oak Park on the floor right now. He can go inside out.
A deep three from Allen. Another offensive board. Corner. And Dada is going to pick up the first personal.
Well, we see Oak Park, they're a gang rebound, and their guards are coming down and really keeping the ball alive. Did they get it on the shot right here? Wow.
And that is going to be, I think, the point of emphasis for Sharon Collins tonight. His team obviously came away with an 11-point win back in January, but they were manhandled on the glass. Minus 13 in the rebound category. But you've noticed it's been a group effort early on.
And they're trapping full court.
Dangerous pass up near midcourt. Bass on the baseline, double pumping, got his own miss. Herb Bass.
And Bass plays so big at 6'2", down there, misses, stays with it, able to put it back.
He is going to play safety at Central Missouri next year. He is a physical player.
Absolutely, he likes that contact down low, and I always say every basketball team needs a football player on it.
Caleb Estes.
Estes, you talked about him in the pregame.
He's the other superstar.
Yeah, how he can play, his upside being a junior through the roof.
Bass.
Oh! Oh, man.
And he lets Corbin Allen know about it, back up the floor.
Oh, my goodness. He has some words for the bench, too.
Estes controls. Extra pass for Adam Tanner. Offensive board again. Good reverse by Corey on the baseline.
Yeah, that was a strong move by Corey. No Carcass right now. They're dominating on the offensive glass.
Dada yet to get involved on the offensive end for North Kansas City. He had 10 points, 16 rebounds in the January 22nd matchup. He had a triple-double earlier this week. He's got it on the block, turning, can't bank that one in, fading away.
Yeah, need to get a little bit more set.
Tanner swatted by Dada. Allen through contact, the chance for a three-point play.
Man, strong move, but what a block by Dada. Trailing the play. Take a look right here. Oh my goodness, just climbs the ladder. But watch this move by Corbin, spins with it, takes the contact, draws the foul.
Hey, emotions are gonna be through the roof all night from Northtown. And this may not be the last time these two teams face off. They play in District 8 together, and that tournament starts in less than 2 weeks. Bass, muscling in, Willman open three. Oh, he's a very good three-point shooter, but he's off the mark there. Estes, this guy's a really good three-point shooter as well.
Yeah, you gotta know where he is, especially playing in that zone. That's a good steal. Horrible pass by Tanner.
Willman climbs the ladder to pick it off. 2-point Oak Park advantage, quarter one. Dada's pass tipped back to half court. North Kansas City will get to restart as Ed Fritz shouts out instructions. Tate attacking. Tate got fouled from behind. Second time he has been to the line today.
You take a look at it. Estes comes over. I see a lot of contact.
And a lot of times, North Kansas City content to play Dada out on the perimeter because of the ability of Tate to create and either work his way to the line or find a shot. In this case, that's exactly what it does, but it forces teams to come out of their comfort zone and match that 6'8" on the perimeter and leave voids in the paint. A perfect trip ties us at 10 as we approach the 2-minute mark in this opening quarter. The #1 team in Missouri Class 6 and the 7th-ranked team in Class 6. They lob over the top, but a foul call. They were looking for Josh Corey.
Yeah, you know what? I had flashbacks. That is a KU play. When we played KU back in 2001, they would run that lob play for Drew Gooden or Kirk Heinrich back in the day. It's a zone play. KU still runs it. They'll screen the middle of the zone. The bottom man will come over and squeeze the middle, and they'll lob it down that baseline. That's a Sharon Collins. That's a KU play, man.
Corey, a perfect trip. With Ilshik, almost lost it. Tate did lose it for a second. The Hornets fortunate to hang on to possession. A lengthy possession for the Hornets. In a 2-point hole. Yet to get anything going toward the basket, though. Bass trying to turn the corner. Allen back the other way. Allen looking for another, lines one up.
And I think you can live with that as a North Kansas City. Corbin not necessarily known for his outside shot. He's known for creating and getting others involved.
Bass as bodies hitting the floor everywhere. A travel is called.
That's a good call by the official. He just lost his footing on that drive. Take a look right here. Turns the corner. See him losing his footing right there.
You were mentioning it on the previous possession. Corbin Allen, not necessarily known for his three-point shot, 36% on the year, but he's probably seeing a green light because in the previous matchup, he was 5 for 5 from beyond the arc.
Dang, knock my man's iPhone or her iPhone out the, come on, man.
Hey, head on a swivel, though.
You got to be ready. Be ready at all times, man. I mean, it went right through his hands. Watch this. Bop!
Let's get off the phone, guys.
He's like, what in the world?
Oh, phone flying everywhere.
I was right in the middle of my snap, bro.
Might put that in the pocket the rest of the way. Inside 40 seconds. Hornets trying to tie or take the lead back on this possession. Kirkwood.
Good kick.
With Bielshik. Not there on offensive rebounds. And a trip to the line coming for the big man, Tyler Parks.
Man, Tyler Parks is so strong. That's a tough guard, man, because you talk about contact. He's breathing. He lives for contact. He plays better when there is contact. He's one of those kind of players.
We saw him a few weeks ago in the North Kansas City Invitational. He comes off the bench, but yeah, this guy loves to play physical inside. He's a heck of a counterpunch to Samuel Dada, but he comes up empty on the free throw. Inside 20 seconds, Oak Park can hold for the final shot of quarter one. Estes trying to create on the baseline. That was off the side of the backboard. And they say that was blocked. And it will stay with Oak Park. To go in quarter one. It was.
Yeah.
Tyler Parks getting over there, sent an outlet off the side of the backboard. Allen through the lane, throwing it up. He was looking for a foul, he didn't get it, and we're at the end of one. A defensive-minded opening quarter from North Kansas City, and the Northmen sit on top by 2 points. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Hy-Vee and Pepsi Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Happy to have you along after one quarter. We saw the North Kansas City girls claim the Suburban Red title. The Oak Park boys can do the same with a win tonight. But a North Kansas City win, and they earn a shared title with Oak Park. And after one quarter, what Sharon Collins talking about in that huddle.
Man, he understands the importance of this game. He has to get his guys to match the energy and the aggressiveness of North Kansas City. Right now, setting for a lot of outside shots as North Kansas City is staying in that zone. He's telling them, hey, we can penetrate and get buckets without having to settle for the three-point shot. And for North Kansas City, Ed Fritz, Coach Nody Newton talking about, hey, keep pushing the tempo, keep pounding the ball inside. That's where they really have their advantage for North Kansas City.
A slow start offensively, but I think that's okay with North Kansas City. Oak Park jumped out to a 14-point first half lead when these two teams played back in January. North Kansas City erased that deficit, tied the game in the third quarter before Oak Park pulled away in the fourth. But I would imagine North Kansas City doesn't want to play from behind. Cam Tate out and running off the steal.
Nice. Coast to coast. Tate with the steal and the score. Tie this ball game up at 12.
Tate's been busy in this first half for North Kansas City. Zeke Brown into the hands of Allen. His runner won't fall. Dada another board. And again, Tate wanting to push the gas. Getting it back, pulling a three. Cam Tate around it all.
Oh, man. That was good ball movement that time on for North Kansas City.
Extra pass for Brown in the corner.
Woo! Brown knocking it down.
The Free State transfer shoots better than 36% from deep. Got to have an eye on him at all times. There are no weaknesses in this Oak Park lineup. There's a reason they're the #1 team in Missouri Class 6. Waddell Sheik coming away with it. Dada losing it out of bounds, but it will stay with the Hornets.
Yeah, tough interior pass that time. Luckily to keep it with North Kansas City.
Three-point Oak Park advantage. They lob for Dada. Couldn't finish.
Yeah, right there, just a little too strong.
Estes finds Allen in the corner. And Corbin Allen struggling in this first half from deep. Cam Tate. Did he get fouled from behind? No, Ed Fritz. Wants to slow it down, takes a timeout. Early moments of this second quarter. And Ed Fritz normally happy to get out and run, but seems like the only player comfortable running for North Kansas City early in this one is Cam Tate.
Yeah, Cam Tate will push the tempo. He will let it whip like this song right here. I know this is before your time, but he will let it fly. Oak Park doing a great job, like we talked about in the first quarter, I should say, gang rebounding. I mean, they make sure they're getting more than one attempt at the bucket, but you see, talked about Corbin Allen struggling from the outside. He's better going to the basket, creating for himself or his teammates, but still able to come away with a 3-point lead so far. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Dion Clisso.
Well, guys, one thing that Oak Park's done a great job is they've really been denying Dada a chance to get the ball in his hands. And if they can't get something with him down low, it's going to be tough. They're going to find something to get things going offensively for North Kansas City.
Yeah, they have not gotten him into a rhythm yet. It's a matter of time before they start forcing it to him. Here he's got it on the block, and he finds Morris, who's denied at the rim, but he'll go to the line. A foul on Allen.
Oh, wow.
And that's his second.
Oh, no, man. That looked like it was clean up top. Take a look right here. Nice blast by Dada. Corbin, oh, wow. That was all ball.
Yeah, I think he caught that perfect.
Corbin looking like a grown man out there.
Corbin Allen's going to have to come out. He was the only sophomore named to the Class 6 All-State team a year ago. Offers from Oklahoma State, UMKC, Lamar, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. He comes off the floor with 6:01 to go in the first half, and we may not see him again until the second.
And that's a big, tough loss for Coach Collins and his Oak Park team. How will they handle that with him off the floor?
They've got another 16 points per game scorer out there right now. And it's in his hands, Caleb Estes. Hasn't looked for his shot much so far in this one.
He's going to have to look for it now. Keep that scoring punch going for the Northmen.
Tanner not there on the three ball. Tate will cross over the timeline.
And North Kansas City really doing a good job offensively, getting good shots. Ah, that's a foul. Getting good shot, looks at the basket as well.
Cam Tate continuing to be the motor offensively for North Kansas City in this first half. But like Dion was just mentioning, Oak Park has done a good job of limiting the touches for Dada on the post, but that might change with Corbin Allen off the floor right now. Corbin Allen was heavily involved in that interior defense. Dengak is out there for the first time tonight, the 6'8" senior big off the bench for Oak Park. Tyler Parks tightening up that shoe with 5:07 to go till halftime. They lob for Parks. Brings it back down and then attacks.
Oh, man, Parks just great job getting position, just unable to get that one to go a couple of times now.
Both teams struggling to generate offense in the half court.
Ooh.
This will help.
Damn, my goodness.
Zeke Brown, a 3-ball, his second of this first half.
He shot that right in front of Dada, like he wasn't even there. Put your hands up, big fella.
Physical take, and they're going to call this on the floor.
Man, we need continuation in high school. We need shot clocks and continuation.
Hey, a couple of times North Kansas City has tried the back screen and lob on this inbound underneath, but Oak Park has sniffed it out both times.
I mean, it's there. It doesn't even matter. You can know it's coming. You got Dada out there and Park willing him back in the game, but you can get it up there anytime you want. No one's going to get up there 7 foot to catch that.
Washington calls for a screen up top. Bass tried to lob to Dada, and Dada commits a foul on the baseline, trying to track it down. And that's the second on Samuel Dada.
Let's see right here. Does he push him or is... Oh, wow. Yeah, he definitely sold that one.
And so the two players we highlighted in the pregame are both sitting with 2 early personals, likely for the remainder of this first half. And Oak Park, again, patient in the half court in a 4-point game. Estes. Only 3 points for Caleb Estes.
North Kansas City still in that zone. Yeah, good steal.
Herb Bass intercepts it, and Cam Tate off and running. Cam Tate.
Oh, my goodness. He put that thing in hyperdrive, boy.
Throw that on your highlight.
Oh, my gosh.
Back to a 2-point lead.
All I heard was,
He has been a shot in the arm for North Kansas City. Estes, pull up from the elbow. He got fouled, and he'll be at the line.
Now, last time down the floor, Tate gets it, and watch him take off. Let's count it. Once he gets it, 1, 2, 3. I got a bucket coming.
Man, that is insanely athletic. You're
really
taking off
is.
outside of the block on the near side and finishing on the other side of the rim. I mean, that's one thing when you're as tall as you, but when you stand 5'11" like Cam Tate does, that is unreal athleticism.
Yeah, I mean, he took off. He understands how to play fast but still be under control.
Nah, you're not that tall.
I'm about 6'1". About 6'1".
Same ballpark.
Yeah, there's no way he's 5'11" though.
And Tyler Parks will come back on. Again, North Kansas City likely operating the rest of this first half without the 6'8" Dada. So Ed Fritz will need those guards to step up the rest of the way in this second quarter. However, Dada hasn't done much on the offensive end. It's been pretty guard dominated to this point. Washington, one of those guards trying to get involved. very good three-point shooter. Who's well off the mark here.
Lifted, close the windows.
He's a 41% shooter from three.
Oh no, Jalen can shoot it. He whiffed that. It happens to the best of us though. It's when you got to wipe your hands on your shorts like that. My hands
just
had
flick.
Yeah. Like, boy, you know your hands weren't wet. Get out of here. You just whiffed it.
Allen back into the game with 2 fouls. Finds Estes a 3.
Buckets.
And let the North Kansas City bench know about it. Ed Fritz quick to take a timeout. This is the biggest deficit he's been in this first half.
Yeah, it was a good job. Good ball movement from Oak Park. Staying in that zone, but you got to get out there. Tate gets caught slipping right here. Ball goes away. He drops too far in the paint. He's out of position, and Bass is slow on the closeout as he gives Oak Park a 7-point lead.
Estes has hit a pair of threes in this first half, a 40% shooter from here, and doesn't always get the praise that his teammate Corbin Allen does, but he's averaging 16.5 points a game, 3.5 assists per game. He has one of the best assist-to-turnover ratios in the city at 2.2.
Takes care of the basketball, can hit the shot outside. We know how athletic he is as well.
And he's absolutely a next-level player. We mentioned the Cal State Northridge offer. South Dakota State also is now on the tail of the junior. Seven-point lead for Oak Park. North Kansas City trying to figure something out in the half court. Willman. Willman gets it right back on the baseline. He'll try a jump shot over everything. Cam Tate there for the offensive board. Willman can't finish, parks the board.
Man, Parks down there controlling the paint. So strong. Willman did a good job initially, but Parks right there to clean it up.
Back to 5. Inside 90 seconds in this first half. A defensive dominated first half here in Northtown. Ross almost lost it backcourt. Ross unguarded, his runner won't fall. Bass chasing it down and getting fouled in the process. Boy, nobody came out to meet Donovan Ross.
No, nobody. They were staying out and making him shoot it. I didn't think he realized how wide open he would be.
It was like layup lines.
Man, could have just tried to dunk it. Forget it.
Well, again, we don't all have your athleticism.
Just take off. Just take off, man. Between adrenaline, a foul, it's going to look good. It's like, oh, man, he's going to dunk that.
Something cool's going to happen.
Something cool's going to happen.
I don't know what.
I don't know what, but something's going to happen.
Hey, Samuel Dada back into the game with 2 fouls. Willman, his shot won't fall.
Yeah, almost picked up his third right there on that rebound. Got to be smart.
Fields. Cam Tate skies for another rebound. Washington back it up. North Kansas City in a 5-point hole, can hold for the last shot of this second quarter if they want.
Looks like that's what they're going to do. Good patience on the offensive end. That's a hole down there. Goodness gracious.
Dada is in a battle down there. There's a battle up top, too, as Caleb Estes will have this one waved off because he got tied up with Jake Willman.
That was a lot of contact down there from Dane Gok for Oak Park going up against Dada.
No kidding. But Dada, at the same time, your hands are kind of tied. You don't want to fight back as aggressively as you normally would.
Absolutely.
Now 6 seconds. This should be the last possession of this first half. Caleb Estes to the rack, blocked from behind by Parks.
Oh, wow. Nice one-on-one play.
Tyler Parks. What a rejection.
Oh, my goodness. Get it out of here, little fella. And he looks at him like, come on, man. The disrespect, you think you're going to get that over on me.
Bit of a stare down. Now 1.4. North Kansas City, if you're going to get a shot off, you feel like you got to have your momentum carrying you towards half court here. They fire full court for Dada. Corbin Allen breaking it up like a DB. And that takes us to halftime. All defense in the first 16 minutes. And Oak Park will carry a 5-point lead into the halftime locker room. But before Sherron Collins sneaks into the locker room, Dion Clisto is standing beside him.
Here with Coach Collins, and defensively, I feel like you guys played pretty well. Dada had a hard time getting the ball down low. Is that kind of the thing that make him try and catch the ball far away from the basket as he can?
They big, they huge. So we just got to be feisty and not give them nothing to make them earn everything. So we just want to keep a body on them and make it tough for them.
Offensively, you seem to find some patience in that zone a little bit as the half went on.
That's the thing. The good thing that we don't have a shot clock because we're not in a rush. So we can take our time. I think we just got to make them work, get the ball side to side, something to break down. We just got to be patient and make shots. We got a lot of open shots. We just got to make shots.
Well, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dion. Sherron Collins, his team up 5 at halftime over North Kansas City. A lot of defense in that first half. A fun one shaping up from Northtown. Oak Park up 5 at the break on Spectrum News. Back from North Kansas City, a good one is brewing up here in Northtown. A 5-point lead for Oak Park at halftime. Tim Spurl, Michael Watson beside you. And for Oak Park, a 5-point lead. They built it on the back of the 3-point shot.
Yeah, they really did. Coming out early, getting it done. Here's Estes, one of his 2 3-pointers, getting it to drop. Nice penetration and kick. North Kansas City staying in that zone. And right now, making them pay. Estes again, able to get it going. He has some words for the North Kansas City bench. And for NKC, it's really been defense to offense. Here's a nice steal and scoop and score from Cameron Tate, the junior, getting it done right here. I love it. The explosiveness up and under for the finish.
Yeah, he has been the driving force for North Kansas City in a first half where they struggled offensively. Both teams struggled. You see neither team shooting above 30% in the first half, rebounding dead even after one half, but the defense has really dominated.
Yeah, it really has. And for both teams, absolutely doing a good job of keeping the star players cold. Corbin Allen for Oak Park and then Samuel Dada for North Kansas City. That means you have guys like Tate and Estes who will step up in this second half. But I really think North Kansas City has to push the tempo in order to try and get some easy buckets, but also concentrate on trying to get Samuel Dada some touches down low.
Now, if you're at home, you're probably asking yourself, why is Oak Park shooting this many threes? 4 for 15 in the first half. Well, it's because back in January, they shot 50% from beyond the arc. So they've had a lot of success, and the shots have been there for Oak Park. There were a ton of open looks in that first half. They're just not knocking them down.
Just not falling right now. So how do you adjust your game when those three-pointers aren't going in? We saw a little bit of that towards in the second quarter where guys were penetrating in the zone, not worrying about selling for the three. So now you got to continue to be hyper-focused on that and not fall in love with that three-point line, because sometimes that can take your confidence away when you're not seeing those threes drop.
On the other side, Ed Fritz has been around the block. He won 5 state championships at Blue Valley Northwest. If you're talking about basketball coaches in the area, it begins and ends with Ed Fritz's name. So in a critical game here in the month of February with a Suburban Red title on the line, what do you think his message was at halftime?
I mean, guys got to be more aggressive, got to be more physical, match the intensity that Oak Park is bringing on both ends of the floor, understanding to play smart as well. Samuel Dada 2 fouls, so he'll come out in that second half understanding he doesn't want to pick up his third early. And you got to get Tate involved as well for North Kansas City.
Hey, speaking of Ed Fritz, Dion Clisso was able to catch up with him at halftime.
Well, I asked him what he liked, and he said not much. But no, he said the biggest thing is they were giving up too much rebounds. They're missing some shots, and he goes, we're a better shooting team than that. So I think being down 5, feeling like the way they played, I think he feels like they can put it together a little bit more in the second half. They can get this game.
It's a better position than where they were at back in January. North Kansas City was in an 11-point halftime hole at Oak Park. However, they rallied in that third quarter, tied that game in the third quarter. Samuel Dada came off the floor in a game in which he had a double-double, and then Oak Park ran back away, an 11-point win on that evening. But all things considered, better position this time around for Ed Fritz's team. But again, he has got to figure something out on the offensive end.
This first few minutes of this third quarter will be important for both teams. For North Kansas City, you don't want Oak Park to get going and open this lead up. It's tough to play from behind against this team. And if you're Oak Park, you want to try to put the nail in the coffin early if possible. You don't want North Kansas City to hang around here at home towards the end of the game.
North Kansas City will start with a basketball, playing out of that 5-point hole. And Samuel Dada, we highlighted him in the pregame, scoreless in that first half. See if that's an emphasis for Ed Fritz's offense in this third quarter. Tate carried a lot of the scoring burden in that first half. Back to it, they tried to work it to him, but Josh Corey disrupted it.
Got to take care of the basketball early on. Samuel Dada, just not a good pass, too close. Got to create the space before you make those kind of passes.
Parks starts on the floor in this third quarter. He had a good second quarter, probably earned his time on the floor to begin this quarter. Helps North Kansas City stay afloat after Dada picked up 2 personals. And here, he dishes out an assist.
That's Corbin Allen going for the steal, leaving Parks open, who then finds Samuel Dada for his first points of the night.
And Tate stepping into the passing lane and keeps it from going out of bounds. Throw ahead to Dada. Samuel Dada's got 4 quick points out of the locker room.
And here comes North Kansas City, 4 quick points to start this third quarter. Oak Park not taking care of the basketball.
You see North Kansas City is falling back into a zone once again to start this third quarter. 3 off the rim a couple of times before Dada pulls in another board. Washington wants to run 3-on-2. Bass blocked from behind by Estes.
Oh, man, great job by Estes coming over. I thought that was going to be an easy layup for Bass.
Better reaction by Dion Clisso on the baseline. Called that miss in with one hand.
Because he's always in the game, man. He's like Matt. He's like EA Sports.
Oh! And then shares words.
Oh, man.
With
Gotta
Caleb
love it.
Estes.
Gotta love it. Those two have been talking the entire game. And Bass is a football player, so he's loving this. North Kansas City back to that 2-3 zone.
Allen trying to dig in deep. Corbin Allen can't finish, but Josh Corey rather, follow the miss.
That's one thing about playing a zone. It's so difficult to rebound out of a zone. Guys got to be really intentional and active. That time, Oak Park able to get a second chance opportunity.
It ends a 6-0 run for North Kansas City to start the third quarter. Washington, open 3, around and off. Dada can't tip it home.
Oh, man, that's point blank right there.
Bass getting back defensively and a charge call.
Oh, man, what a play by Jalen Washington. Getting back, standing still, taking the charge.
Adam Tanner slow to get up.
Yeah, Yeah, he took a shot to the side, but it's a great job by Washington standing in.
North Kansas City has come out of the locker room with a little bit more fire in this first couple of minutes. And they have erased that 5-point halftime deficit. And a chance to grab the lead right back on this possession. Dada, 4 points in this quarter.
Oh, wow. Oh, come on. There you go.
Too easy for the big man inside. He's got 6 in the frame.
But the footwork, though, my goodness.
I love that chant.
I know you hear that.
Who's your Dada? Estes trying to quiet the crowd. He will!
Ooh.
And Sherron Collins coming out to take a timeout. Intensity starting to pick up in Northtown. Caleb Estes has now hit 3 threes in the game, and he has been the calming presence all year. Again, Corbin Allen grabs a lot of headlines. Caleb Estes has hit a couple of game winners this year for Oak Park. No shot scares this kid.
Yeah, he has that kind of moxie to him. Nice outside shot. He's athletic, and more than anything, he is a competitor. A great compliment to Corbin Allen on the offensive side and the defensive side of the basketball.
Hey, on the other side, though, they got to come up with an answer for Samuel Dada, who is finding his footing in this third quarter.
Well, they're going to him down low. I think he understands, hey, I'm the tallest, longest guy on the floor. Watch this move right here. Up, pump, move, step through. Miss, stays with it. That's a great job of him. 6 quick points in his third quarter.
He has 13 double-doubles this season in 24 games, and he's trying to get to a 14th. He has 6 points all in this third quarter after going scoreless in the first half. In a battle of 2 top 10 teams in Missouri Class 6, Oak Park has pretty much gone wire to wire as the #1 ranked team in the state. And North Kansas City checked in at number 7 in the latest rankings. And these two teams could meet again in district play. Washington, his pass thrown out of bounds. It is a loaded District 8. Staley also in there.
Man.
They have figured it out. They're 19-5 and back in the top 10 as well. Dada. Too strong. Allen trying to get going, and he'll go to the line. He's been real quiet. Remember, he picked up 2 personals in that first half, sat for a great deal of that second quarter. Only 4 points to speak of for Corbin Allen.
I didn't see the foul on that. I thought that was good defense from Samuel Dada. Allen missed the bucket, though.
They haven't booked Dada on the scoreboard. There's nobody over at the scorer's table. If it was against Dada, that's his 3rd. But he was the only player in the vicinity, though, so one would assume that it was against him. But right now, the scoreboard still says 2, so we'll keep an eye on that. Dangerous pass taken away by Corey. Josh Corey blocked by Parks, and it falls! Parks got a piece, but not enough.
Man, what a play. Parks definitely got the block shot, but blocked it right into the bucket. Man.
And a chance to add another for Corey.
Take a look right here. That's Samuel Dada. You have to come and meet the pass.
How many times do you see that, man?
Man.
A shot blocked into a 3-point play. Washington lost it with a foul call. Halfway through this third quarter. They tried to lob for Dada. That pass too strong. Go. That pass is on the money. Dada's got an easy dunk.
Easy bucket.
Bass attacking her. Bass hanging. Can't finish.
Man, unfortunate. Had every move right there to get to the bucket. Just rise around the rim.
Dada, what a play. Recovering and knocking out that lob. North Kansas City was shot out of a can to begin the third quarter, but they've gone cold. Washington through the lane. Washington scooping it in.
Nice move on the perimeter. Getting the bucket. Oak Park pushing it.
Corey can't finish. Back to a three-point game. North Kansas City trying to answer. Willman on the block. Jake Willman through.
Uh-oh! What a move by Willman, and look at him. Gotta love it.
Can tie us from the line. What a finish.
Oh, man, nice move taking the foul, and watch him. He said he can't hold me.
Out here playing like his sister.
Hey, she was balling too.
People don't realize how big of a compliment that is as he banks in the free throw. We're seeing things you never see tonight. The blocked three-point play, the banked free throw. We're headed for a heck of a finish from Northtown. Tied again. Estes. Can't hit the pull-up. North Kansas City can take the lead back. Washington trying to do that. Washington will give the Hornets the lead.
That was a nice job by Washington. Slowing down, probing, able to finish nicely with the left-handed layup.
Allen got bumped by Parks. Tyler Parks picks up a second personal. Again, still not certain on the Dada foul number.
Yeah, I don't know.
When he came off, it was still lit up as a 2, but we're under the impression that it's 3. Doesn't matter as Cam Tate takes off another steal. Cam Tate, coast to coast, left it short.
Yeah, not a good shot by Tate.
Zeke Brown wants to run. Kicks into the corner. Fields will try that baseline and lost it. Washington trying to bait the call in the backcourt. We're inside 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Roller coaster of a third quarter. Third quarter of runs. North Kansas City making a run right now, currently a 7-0 run. Willman. A 2-0 counter from North Kansas City.
Look at him. I love it. I'm here for you, man.
Allen.
Oh, he answers right back.
Quiets the crowd.
That's big time right there by Corbin Allen. The nice answer. That was a much-needed bucket as well for Oak Park.
Approaching a minute.
You got to give that up, Tate. He just hit one. You got to give it up. The shooter, find the hot man.
Tate for Parks through the lane.
Oh, what a bucket by Parks. Such an athletic big.
Here comes that North Kansas City offense. Allen.
That's off.
Well off. Right to Zeke Brown. Right place, right time. Willman pulls it out, and Ed Fritz calling out plays from the sideline. He wants his team to take this third quarter clock all the way down.
5 seconds.
Washington kicking. Willman beating the horn. Left it short. And we're at the end of 3. North Kansas City all of a sudden, though, has found some offense. On one end, Jake Willman. But Corbin Allen, he's made big shots all year, and he answers quickly on the other side. End of 3, and we have got ourselves a dogfight gearing up in Northtown. A 2-point North Kansas City lead. They trail by 5 at halftime, but a 10-0 run towards the end of that third quarter gives the Hornets an advantage. There is a discussion. There was some extracurricular after the whistles to end that third quarter, so a discussion going on right now. And we told you at the top of the broadcast, this was going to be a game where emotions would be tested. They've kept them under control, but this is a rowdy environment, and we could be in for a heck of a fourth quarter.
Absolutely.
So, a discussion carrying on with the scores table. But, I mean, maybe nothing other than words exchanged, but sometimes that's worthy of a technical foul. We haven't seen one assessed, but a lengthy discussion between the officials and the scorers table trying to sort everything out.
And to the conclusion of the third quarter, a double technical was called.
Well, there you go. A double technical.
Foul number 22 for Oak Park, Caleb Estes. That's his second personal foul. Foul on North Kansas City, number 21, Herb Bass.
Caleb Estes and Herb Bass both get hit with technicals. So that is why the lengthy discussion. But with a double technical, it's sort of a wash, kind of like offsetting penalties. No free throws awarded. So nothing more than semantics. And here we go, quarter 4. 2-point game between two of the best teams in the state. Estes pulling the trigger. It will stay with Oak Park. Caleb Estes, 11 points. He's hit 3 threes in this game.
Can't fall in love with the 3. You gotta take care of the basketball, man.
Willman steps in the passing lane. Dada. He was busy in that third quarter.
Oh,
And a whistle, and Dada in the neighborhood again. And it would appear this one's going to go against him, and it will. Yeah. And they just announced it as his 4th personal. So the scoreboard is incorrect. But you were on it from the jump. This is why you take all those notes over there.
I'm telling you.
And he remains on the floor with 7:10 to go in this game with 4 fouls. There's a roll of the dice by Ed Fritz.
It really is. I wonder, does he know if he has 4? And hopefully they aren't looking at the clock.
Wow, and he took a swipe at that one, and a whistle not against Dada. A whistle against Herb Bass on the rebound. And I wonder if Ed Fritz is aware, because he still hasn't made a motion for the bench. Well, now he does. We just didn't see Parks hiding under the scorers table. So Dada will come off. And we'll see how long they let him sit with 4 personals. Corbin Allen left it short.
That was a good look right there. Just left it short.
Allen sitting on 11 points, but it's been a frustrating shooting night. And Ed Fritz takes a timeout. Guarding a 2-point lead. We thank you for joining us on the Hy-Vee and Pepsi Game of the Week. Hope you're having as much fun as we are. Tim Squirrel, Michael Watson alongside of you. The Game of the Week living up to the billing between two of the best teams in Missouri Class 6, with a Suburban Red title on the line tonight in a game that appears to be going down to the wire. And what a year it's been on the Hy-Vee and Pepsi Game of the Week. 3 buzzer beaters this year on the Spectrum News Game of the Week. I don't want to jinx anything, but odds are basically 50-50. This one comes down
baby,
to the last shot.
It's a close game. We knew North Kansas City will come out in the second half fired up, and they have. Oak Park did a good job of matching their energy on the road, but have to do a better job of keeping their cool down the stretch. You don't want to get any unnecessary technical fouls that will cost the game.
Yeah, and that is pivotal in a game that will likely be tight all the way to the end. Cam Tate hasn't generated a ton scoring the basketball in this second half, but here he goes downhill. He can't finish.
I thought he had a better shot opportunity than that kind of a swooping hook. Uh-oh!
Estes has 4 threes tonight.
Oh, man, he is just answering the bell at every turn.
14 in the game for Caleb Estes. One of the best players in Missouri. Showing you why tonight. Tate, contact, he'll go to the line.
That's a good job by Tate. Turning the corner, initiating the contact right here. Drawing the foul.
And that's sort of a revert to what we saw at the beginning of the game, remember. Tate was forcing his way into the paint.
You got to make those free throws.
Normally a pretty good free throw shooter. This one can tie us again at 40.
North Kansas City extended their 2-3 zone out a little bit. You got to find Estes.
Right on cue, trying to step back.
Oh, my God!
A 5th 3 for Caleb Estes.
He is not playing at all. I see him with the Grinches on, too. He's trying to spoil Christmas this year for North Kansas City.
17 for the junior. And now Josh Corey steps in the passing lane. Josh Corey.
Buckets. Josh Corey's playing great defense for Oak Park.
Back to a 5-point advantage for the top-ranked team in Class 6. Parks spinning. Tyler Parks can't finish.
Man, that was a tough move right there. Just point blank.
Extra pass, Corey. Put back Allen.
Uh-oh, Oak Park is still making a run right now.
Here come the Northmen. Willman blocked from behind. Parks can't flush it.
Oh, wow.
Corey all alone.
Oh, man.
9-point Oak Park lead.
And that was just a flurry right there. That was a flurry. Oh, my goodness.
Generating offense.
And look at Corey playing the passing lane, and we talked about it earlier. You have to go and meet the pass. We saw Samuel Dada do that, and there's the same thing that happens on here. Corey with the nice steal and dunk.
4:22 to go, and now Ed Fritz's hands are tied. Oak Park goes on that run as soon as Samuel Dada leaves the floor. And I don't know that you can afford to let him sit anymore. Sitting on 4 personal fouls. He hasn't necessarily impacted the game much offensively, but he's grabbed plenty of rebounds, and just his presence on the floor makes Oak Park hesitate to attack. And he's going to return with 4:22 to go in the game. And North Kansas City needing a run desperately. They've made several runs tonight, but now that clock is going to start working against you.
Still a lot of time. You don't need to start launching threes, but you definitely got to get some scores and stops.
Washington. Washington blocked in the corner. An athletic rejection by Estes. This guy is a fantastic athlete.
I mean, great job closing out. Blocks it right into the stands. He just put together a complete game so far tonight.
Tate lowering the shoulder, an offensive foul.
Yeah, lowering that shoulder.
That time, forcing the issue.
Yeah, whenever you extend the arm, you're just going to see that and call it.
And now Oak Park firmly in the driver's seat. Estes a heat check. Not there. North Kansas City got to go quick. Washington blocked by Allen.
Yeah, he came back seeking the contact instead of going for the bucket. Corbin able to block that one easily.
Dada muscles in 2 more.
Still a lot of time. He's got to get a couple of stops. Can't trade buckets right now with the Northmen if you're North Kansas City.
But Dada is out near mid-court guarding Zeke Brown. I don't know if we had this one drawn up at the beginning of this one. Brown taking him one-on-one. Baseline, blocked by Dada. North Kansas City trying to run. Oh, my, what a pump! Davius Kirkwood!
Oh, wow! Uh-oh.
Ooh! With a silencer!
Oh, my goodness.
What a sequence! Washington!
Oh, let's go! Oh, whoa, goodness.
Strap in, back to a 5-point game.
Oh, gosh. That may be one of the best flurries I've seen on any level this year. Oh, goodness.
Oh, my goodness. Dion Clisso.
I'm just happy to still be alive after that one. He got up so fast and threw that thing down so hard. I was waiting for the basket to come down on top of me. That's impressive. Then they go answer a 3 at the other end. They come answer it back.
Watch
this. 2:28. We got a long way to go in this one, and it feels like anybody's got this. But to tell you, if Northtown could get some stops, they can be back in this. But these are 2 really good basketball teams. There's no doubt about that.
Jalen Washington answering the 3 after Brian knocked it down for Oak Park. I'm sorry. Man, that was a flurry right there. It looked like Oak Park was about to just
run away
into the sunset.
And now 2:28. And you still need to stack stops. But Oak Park is also probably going to kill some clock here. So this is a critical defensive possession for North Kansas City. Knowing that Oak Park is probably going to try to kill some clock, do you think Ed Fritz takes the fight to him and tries to pressure on the full court?
You got to play defense without fouling. I know that's what he's talking about in the timeout. And to extend Samuel Dada just to try to make the inbounds pass a little bit harder. Put your tallest player on there. There's Kirkwood. He's guarding Estes.
They do pick up full. See how much clock Oak Park can kill guarding a 5-point lead. Estes has been the guy for Oak Park, 17 in the game. In trouble, and a timeout taken by Sharon Collins with 2:05 to go in the game. And I throw you into Ed Fritz's huddle. How much time are you comfortable with Oak Park killing before you feel like you have to foul?
I think you got to start fouling underneath 2 minutes to try to play the free throw game now. You got to make them make free throws. But I wouldn't just foul intentionally. I would run the double team to try and get a steal. If not, then get a foul, in play. But try and get a steal is so important right now. You can't allow them just to run time off the clock.
North Kansas City does have a foul to give. So Oak Park not shooting on the next foul. But North Kansas City gonna need to find a way to grab possession back down 5. And if you're curious, next week we head for another phenomenal battle. Olathe South and Shawnee Mission Northwest, two of the best teams in Kansas 6A. Olathe South gave us a thriller last week. Shawnee Mission Northwest, we saw them a few weeks ago at the North Kansas City Invitational. That is an awesome game to wrap up the regular season in Kansas next Friday. Allen trying to dribble away from double. It's one of their better free throw shooters.
Holding the ball out. You got to send the double now. You got to try and get a steal. You can't just let them use the clock right now. Got to extend that defense out.
But Oak Park, they've won 21 games this year. They are very used to this exact scenario. Trying to protect the basketball, kill clock, get to the finish line. They have played a lot of close games. They've been through the gauntlet this year. They played the second-ranked team in Class 6, Columbia Battle, down to the wire a week ago, 73-71. Estes. Tanner could have.
Now you got a double.
Played that up. Now you're near a minute, and Adam Tanner is fouled from behind.
You got to have guards who are aware that if you're not guarding the person with the ball, you're not doing anything in this kind of situation. You got to bring a double team hard, make it difficult to pass the ball.
If you were wondering, Adam Tanner not the guy to foul. He is now 25 for 27 at the line on the season.
Like 90%, isn't it? Goodness gracious.
You a math major? That's pretty good.
You know, man.
A perfect trip there. Hornets got to go quickly. Kirkwood for Dada. Ooh. Floater. Back to 5. But here's where it gets complicated for Ed Fritz. We just talked about Adam Tanner, a better than 90% shooter at the line. All these guards for Oak Park shoot it really well.
Yeah. And it's crunch time, so those guys are locked in right now, understanding the importance of finishing the game. For North Kansas City, got to try and get a steal. I think they let a lot of time off the clock that last possession before fouling. You're going to foul anyway. You might as well do it early in the clock, which leaves you a little bit more time to execute on the offensive end.
As a team, Oak Park shoots 77% from the line. So pick your poison if you're Ed Fritz. You're not going to enjoy fouling any of the guards for Oak Park. So you got to hope to cause some trouble in the backcourt. Oh, a foul on the inbound as Adam Tanner.
Oh, wow.
Did he not get the personal? He did. Okay. Adam Tanner leveled.
That was a great sell job from Tate as well. But whenever you extend that arm, I'm telling you.
And that's huge. And now can North Kansas City take advantage of the offensive foul? They get it into Kirkwood, pulls the trigger. Wadelchik, the offensive rebound. He'll try again. Dada, the follow.
Uh-oh, three-point game.
Back to three. They baited the offensive foul last time. Trouble getting it in. Knocked out of bounds. Keep an eye on that 5 seconds as well. Allen slow to get it in. They do to Zeke Brown, who's sandwiched and fouled. Zeke Brown, kind of a good news, bad news situation. He's an 82% free throw shooter, but he's only been to the line 23 times all season. Comley, though, knocks down the first. I told you, everyone on this lineup knocks down their free throws. Washington, block call, will send him to the line. And now on the other end, if you're Jaden Washington, you have to return the favor.
You definitely do. They're not in the bonus, so only three team fouls.
Another one to get.
That's a three attempt right there.
Wow, he had a three, didn't want to take it. Instead, he'll test the waters, and that is off Dada.
Yeah, just two critical mistakes right there by Washington.
Home run ball for Zeke Brown. Three ball off the back iron, tipped up. Allen recovers it. Caleb Estes, the exclamation.
He went for it.
Wasn't there on the windmill, but Oak Park will check off the first box with a Suburban Red title. The #1 team in Missouri Class 6 takes care of business on the road yet again. A 58-51 win for the Northmen. They were tested all night. But Caleb Estes, 17 points tonight, helped keep Oak Park afloat. And Dion Clisso standing alongside Caleb Estes.
Here at Caleb Estes, and you guys wrap up the conference tonight. I know there's bigger things than this, but how important was it to just get this step of the journey done?
It feels good. It feels like kind of like how we have it to our conference first, then districts, then state. So we reached level 1. We passed level 1 so far, so hopefully we get level 2.
This is really a game of runs back and forth. You guys seem to answer that call. You hit a couple big threes there down the line. What's that say about this group and how they perform tonight?
My teammates just found me when I was open and I knocked it down. But together, anybody on my team can make the shots that I made today. So it could be anybody's night. Tonight was just the night for me to get the shot.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the way.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Dion. Caleb Estes, 17 more tonight in the win, and Oak Park moves to 22-3 overall. They clinch the Suburban Red, and they get another win on the road at North Kansas City. We step aside on Spectrum News. Back from Northtown, Oak Park is the Suburban Red champs. They do it in an exciting fourth quarter against North Kansas City. 22-3 moves Oak Park, wrapping up the conference and all but solidifying that #1 seed for the district tournament. North Kansas City falls to 19-6, but Oak Park continues to hold on to their stranglehold in Class 6. We'll see you next Friday night on Spectrum News.